In this video, I will teach you how you can make a wireless tester, because this is a universal analog tester. So basically, our analog tester is what? There are the analog tester inside. So analog tester inside, this time the LED, which is neon LED, which one terminal is bad and another is 800 kilo ohm resistor. Because it is highly matter these values, because otherwise it can kill you. If you have a live wire there, if body or then body can touch there, you can touch there and put live wire there. You can voltage to LED cross resistor to limit, and then those your body to ground. This can produce a tiny meter voltage in cross LED. LED is turned on, because this resistor is limit a current for flowing your body. Otherwise, if you do not that LED port by that shortage, if you then this way you can electric short. Now fix back. So that's why you may know this video. That's this trick you may also know or learn. It is why it's important all the switch are turned off and on. Why it's not touched while sitting a metal bare or a grounding service with bare wires. Now this tester you can plug in a source 6 watt, but now I make a wireless tester which can work wirelessly. So there are circuits. First, you can use NPN, any kind of NPN. I am use C945. Let me write C945. For 3x, I think. You can add 6x more. So first, there are two variants. One variant is what 5 volt maximum. Another version you can use as 12 volt or more than 15 volt. First, original circuit. You can connect a transistor emitter to a supply negative, collector to buzzer negative, right there, or buzzer negative and buzzer positive to the your power supply positive. This time you can use a buzzer as well as the LED. And positive also goes 100 kilo ohm to the second transistor collector, and third transistor with 1 mega ohm. First positive 100 kilo ohm to first transistor collector, and then those 1 mega ohm to second transistor collector. All these emitters go to setting 1, setting base, and setting emitter to first base, setting emitter to first base. And so what happened? This is amplifier circuit. You may know NPN is amplified. So amplifier first there are tiny, this last one NPN base is antenna. So when AC signal, this tester is only measure AC signal, alternative, not a resistance. So when alternative signal is applied there wirelessly, it can little bit take and amplify and turn up little bit voltage. Collector to emitter to turn on setting transistor, you can little bit more amplify voltage and then pass collector to emitter, and third one it's more than that voltage to this buzzer and turn on this buzzer, or if you connect LED still turn on. But my variant, but there are that 100 kilo ohm and 1 mega ohm for protection of this transistor base. For some reason this can pull automatically some source, and this cannot burn the both transistor, because this transistor base is C945 is only worth 5 volt. You can use a small size of the C9 transistors, not a bigger transistors like a bigger one, 2SC500 or 2SC198, because it can it cannot work, because it can input voltage is very high, base voltage. You can use small transistors. So there are these two resistors limited collector current for protection to burn these transistor bases while over voltage. So in my case I made this one. I made same like that, but I don't net these resistors. So in my case it's little bit very sensitive, without otherwise if you net this resistor, some current is dropped, the resistors there or little bit current is left, it's not transistor active very easily or very full mode. So that's why it's can I not catch these resistance to more efficient, but it is not non live. So I supply 5 volts, buzzer positive and buzzer negative is a transistor collector and emitter to the negative. Because this is also C945 I use. Because there is NPN, so that's why this transistor normally conduct negative voltage. So that's why it connects emitter to a negative and collector to load. This test we connect buzzer is load, we connect LED, buzzer, fan, motor, 5 volt one. And then this transistor base is connect pulled by other emitter and which then collector is connect positive directly, and this transistor base to the setting transistor emitter and setting transistor collector to a positive. So positive feed these three transistors. Well, this antenna and first transistor base is detached and then do the setting one positive signal by collector to emitter, then it's little bit more amplifier to emitter, and then do the first transistor, and then it's to the positive load to emitter, collector to emitter, and that turn on the load. Now its extension is turned on. That's meant live. So it's an only monitor live wire. So if you can see, when I touch there, this LED is turned on, which means this is live, and this is neutral. Now once turn off the socket, and then plug this wire and run first. This is a wire, which is an insulated wire. And other side I plug. If some reason my circuit is touched, it is not the band because it is a high voltage, so it is very carefully well doing. So I cover this other end for tape. There is no any cut or damage or remove insulation in this wire. Now once check appropriately again by placing tester. Now turn off power socket and power socket. Turn on the light, turn on the power. So I'm at the same terminal, live terminal, which terminal this tester is working. Same terminal. Now this wire is all away, though toward there. Although this is my crude version, so it is completed. Because this is a very crude little version. One more thing I tell you, if you touch your bare hands, it still vibrates because it is very sensitive. You can see when I close this wire, it is buzzing, which means there is a live wire present. So you can see it's working. Well, I away the wire, it can work 4.5 volts. That can work. Once pause, now try neutral terminal. Now I place this thing in the neutral terminal. Which terminal is neutral, there is no any charge. See, these are not working. Well, I close to this socket. Keep in mind, close only, never port in. You can see, but just for my shorter wire. Now turn on. Yes. So you can see this is, I pass this electric wire full extension rod. It's working. This way you can detect your electric rod for birds. Once possible the power. This circuit you can use for your breaking wire. Sometimes your extension is break. Sometimes your wire is broken for some side. You may don't know which wire is broken and which side you break on. So if you try to use that random tester, just do a report by a single wire, you know you cannot find which wire is broke and which wire is broke or which place. So main problem is only which wire is broke which point. Because you can, for example, my extension is broke this point internally. I turn on this extension to turn on my load. My load is not on. So I'm saying my extension is not working. Well, I twist this wire, it can work. If you use a random tester to measure where there's which side of fault in this wire, so you can put in a tester void both points. You can't find any fault, but you can find fault but not find a fault place, because if you plug them wires broken, it cannot turn on, but it is not tell you which place wire is broken. So what you can do, you can use this circuit to locate your broken wire. It plug other way around. This comes live, this comes neutral. So you can see this side is wire broken. Was it coming for there? and when it's though there, wire is broken. It's not though. Flip the polarity back. First time you can see it, if some reason in your electric wire only one single wire is sometimes broken most of times. So if some case unbroke wire is comes live, it can only monitor live wire. So this wire is broken right here, and this wire is not broken. This wire comes live. Now if you check them, you can get same signal all over your wire. That means you can say your wire is fine, not problem in wire, but not. When you flip the polarity back, but this original way is that you can flip the polarity back and just repeat. If just repeats, you can see which side your wire is broke. Like just this way, this is live, and this is broke there. Remove for it. Now just for testing, it is a very crude version. So let's turn off the one of the battery wire. Now I say this joint. Well, I pull this wire, one wire, this wire. You can see it is broken. That means this wire is what happened to I can cut this wire and combine them in single shield. So you may know these wires contain in one single tube contain two wires. So you may know which wire is broken. All you need to do, you can flip them separately and then just repeat. Because if live is broken, one wire is broken there. When this wire comes live, you will see only buzzing sound there, but not at this part. If wire is flipped some reason, it can get buzzing all the way around. So that's why there's a common problem in this single shield, the 2-in-1 wire, because you cannot locate. If separate wires, you can easily identify by seeing. So I recommend these types you can separate use to measure these types of wires, which side is broken or which side is not broken. It is very sensitive. And this video is very pause.